I looked at the person across from me and I asked him to hold his phone up by my ear so I could hear the dispatch. The person that was holding her head, I had him remove my glasses, and we just worked as a team to try to get Elizabeth back to life.
Tonight, one man's bravery has life-changing impacts on a bicyclist hit by a car near the University of Oregon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brandon Kamerman.
And I'm Kendal Bartley. That bystander performing chest compressions on the bicyclist hit until first responders arrived. Tonight, he tells KVAL's Gold Meadows he never imagined he'd be in that position.
A Eugene man says he's reliving the traumatic moments after a car struck a bicyclist in a crosswalk in front of his apartment here at 8th and Hilliard, prompting him to jump into action. Just before 8 p.m. on August 8th, Alex Hopkins said he heard a crunching sound and knew something was wrong.
I saw a woman on her bicycle laying face down on the curb, and there were already two bystanders attending to her, and they had 911 on the phone. So I went and grabbed a hold of the driver because he was in the middle of the road in shock.
Eugene police say a 27-year-old driving an Audi A4 west on Hilliard struck 21-year-old Elizabeth Cardenas Figueroa in the crosswalk. The University of Oregon confirmed Figueroa to be a UO student.
She was hit in this crosswalk right here.
In this crosswalk?
Yep, and then she ended up landing right there on that curb. I immediately ran over to Elizabeth and started getting instructions from the dispatch. One person braced her head, and I was down here, and we rolled her up onto the curb, and she wasn't breathing at this time.
Hopkins says he put on a pair of gloves and began chest compressions.
She started breathing again, and this was all at the instruction of the 911 dispatch. I was a little bit scared to touch or move her, but as soon as the dispatch gave the go-ahead, they just said, you need to roll her over and move her. So I said, okay, let's do this.
EPD advises residents to be prepared for unexpected emergencies like this that call for CPR.
Early life-saving measures in a critical incident like this, every single second matters. So if people know CPR or even have a vague idea of what CPR is, just to start doing compressions can make the difference in saving someone's life.
EPD says an AED was connected to Figueroa to monitor her heart as emergency workers continued CPR until she was transported to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. In the aftermath of the experience, Hopkins says first responder training is now a top priority for him.
Whether you think you're familiar with it or not, I think it's very important to just allow yourself to take in that knowledge. I think that first responder training is very valuable, just to be ready. Heaven forbid I have to see something like that ever again, or heaven forbid somebody has that happen to them again.
Hopkins says his concern for the stranger, who now takes up much of his thoughts, is whether or not she'll pull through following the crash. In Eugene, I'm Gold Meadows reporting.
Incredible to think of the adrenaline in that motion. Now, EPD did say it's unclear if speed was a factor in the crash. Police are still investigating.
And tonight we are asking you the question:
would you perform chest compressions in a time of need? And so far, a lot of people weighing in saying yes. 76 yes, 5 no. Scan the QR code on your screen. That'll take you to our website where you can let us know whether you would perform chest compressions in a time of need.
And being